Hi there, Jeff here from the Wetsuit Centre, talking you through the Oneill Reactor Kids or Junior wetsuit for 2011 for summer. Fantastic wetsuit for the price. It's always one of our top selling suits, and with good reason. First thing I should mention, when you're buying a suit on a budget or a cheaper suit for your child or even for yourself, there's two types of neoprene that you can get. The type of neoprene that the supermarkets usually use in petrol stations, you know, the really cheap ones, is basically chemically made. So the neoprene's very stiff, hasn't got much give, and very abrasive on the skin, so it can actually cause rashes and isn't very comfortable. That's the reason we don't stock those sort of wetsuits. We only stock the quality wetsuits from quality names, people that know what they're doing, such as Oneill. The difference with this type of neoprene is it's gas blown. The gas blown neoprene basically is full of bubbles, which makes it very soft, very flexible and long lasting. Okay, so it's a different quality or style of neoprene. Definitely worth making the investment for the extra bit of quality there. This suit is a flat lock wetsuit, so when we're talking about the stitching, we sometimes mention the terminology flat lock. What that means, if you come a little bit closer, is the two pieces of neoprene are butted up together and then sewn with a flat seam. As you can see on the inside, that's nice and flat and isn't going to push into the skin. Some of the cheaper style of suits again will use a bunching neoprene technique, basically where it's pulled together and then stitched like that, and that means that you get a sort of tramline effect on the inside of the suit, and it's very uncomfortable and doesn't sort of meet up nicely with the skin and form a nice barrier. This suit has a smooth skin barrier on the chest and around the kidneys, specially treated neoprene to stop wind penetrating the suit and getting onto your child's skin and making them cold in the summer months. Okay, the inside of the collar has a smooth skin, so you shouldn't really have to use a rash vest with this to stop any kind of rash around the neck. Rash vests are obviously still very useful to keep sun off when the suit's not on, and stopping any rashes anywhere else, but around the collar they do sort of integrate that to stop any sort of rub around the neck. You've got a Velcro collar which is adjustable. Okay, you can pull that right round and that will obviously tighten up as tight as you want it to be, or as loose, depending on the sort of thickness of your child's neck. They put another piece of Velcro just inside the neck, so you can fold that down there, and it stops the Velcro pulling on the suit and it wobbling. So it's a nice little touch Oneill have thought about there. The zip system, just down the back, nice and easy to get in and out of. A piece of neoprene over the top of the zip, specially treated zip, so it will stop, minimise the amount of water getting to the suit through the back as well, again keeping you warmer. Very important with the child's suit as well, you have a Duraflex knee pad, which stop any wear and tear on the knee, which is the worst place for it to go through. Okay, so that gives gives the suit more shelf life as well. As I say, the neoprene that Oneill use is very soft to the touch, very flexible. You can see the amount of give in that suit. That's going to stop any sort of uncomfortable or any bunching effects on the suit, and sort of rubbing against the child's skin, giving more freedom of movement and more sort of flexibility within the suit, which is definitely a bonus and something you should look for. A little touch that's different from this last year's suit, and it's definitely useful, is the zip on the leg. One thing that the children or kids find difficult about getting in and out of wetsuits is the legs. It's hard to get your feet through. Sometimes it can be a real struggle and a real mission. So Oneill have thought about that, and they've just got a zip system here, so it opens up nice and wide, really easy to get your foot through, and then you can just pull that down like that. Go over the top of boots or whatever you want to do. So it's a really nice little touch to help you get in and out of a wetsuit. Essentially, that's everything going on with the Oneill Reactor for 2011, and again a fantastic suit for Oneill, and I'm sure it will be one of our top sellers again this year.